Stocks took a nosedive today after President Trump unveiled sweeping tariffs of at least 10% and even higher for some countries. It's raising the risk of a global trade war that hits the already sputtering U.S. economy. Joining us this afternoon for some insight about all of this is Stacey Armijo, the Chief Experience Officer for Amplified Credit Union. Stacey, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
You know, we all witnessed that drop in the stock market today soon after these tariffs were announced just yesterday. But what is the fear that the market has over these tariffs?
Really, the fear here is uncertainty. The market does not like uncertainty, and so these announcements are widespread. They're affecting all different countries, all different products, all different areas of our country, and they inspire a lot of questions. So how is this going to affect prices? How is this going to affect how much consumers can purchase or not purchase? How long are these going to last? What might the retaliatory tariffs be? There's so many questions here. And one thing the market does not like is unanswered questions, and this entails a lot of them.
Yeah, one worry that a lot of people have out there, and I've heard this mentioned on social media quite a bit today, is about 401ks. How concerned should people be if they're watching those numbers slide and thinking, how is this going to impact my retirement savings?
The first thing I would say is when the market is in the roller coaster ride that it is right now, don't look at your 401k balance. That is the wrong time to be looking at your 401k because it can inspire you to make a decision that's going to have a long-term impact when what you're dealing with really is short-term situations. So what we know is over the course of the long term, there is predictability in a long-term 401k investment. And what you don't want to do is be scared into making a decision at the worst possible time and then regret that later. So I can tell you, I, for one, will not be looking at any of my balances, and I would encourage others to do the same. So
again, you just would hope people would hold off just a little bit in looking at and trying to make any kind of rash decision about it.
Absolutely. This is something that's happening today, and it can feel very urgent today, and it is. But decisions related to your 401k are long-term decisions. And so today is not a day that you want to do anything different with what your long-term plans were.
We've got one more question for you. We've seen it time and again when there are these economic unstable times that people might want to dip into their 401k or other savings just to try to get by. What would you say to someone about doing that?
The first thing I would say to someone who is considering dipping into their 401k right now is if you have any other options, don't do it. Now is not the time. Now would be the worst time to dip into your 401k because it's possible your balances are lower. So you probably invested in your 401k when they were higher and now they're going to be lower. So you're going to lose that gain. And also most likely you might have some penalties that you're dealing with. So what I would say is if you have any other options for dealing with your day-to-day expenses, turn to those first before you dip into your 401k. And I would encourage folks to remember that now is not a time to make decisions from the position of fear. So let's not think about what you're worried about, what might happen. I know people are worried, ooh, could this mean that things are suddenly going to cost me more? So I otherwise would have had enough money, but now maybe I won't. Or what might the implications of this be for my job? And so just in case, maybe I should get something from my savings. I would encourage you not to make those decisions out of fear and not to speculate about that. Think about just what is happening now and how you can support your lifestyle. And if at all possible, keep that 401k right where it is.